Hi ladies, hi gents, hope you're all okay. I just wanted to come to you today. I've made some little envelopes to go into the pocket letters. The idea of this was because when you've made your pocket letters and you like to put your embellishments in the back of the pockets, they're forever falling out. And I can't stand it. It drives me absolutely crazy. You wouldn't believe. So I've tried putting them in little bags, little see-through bags, and putting them in the back of the pockets. They still fall out. So what I decided to do was to actually make an envelope to go into each pocket. So what I done was I made a pocket template, and I just wanted to share that with you basically today. So all I'd done was, obviously this is the template. So this middle piece here is 2.5 inches by 3.5, which is your standard ATC size, which goes in the pockets perfectly. So I drew that one in the middle. On each side, obviously, you're going to need a little flap to make your pocket. These are 1/2 inch wide on either side, and then obviously just cut the corners inwards like that so they don't get in the way of your folds. Then the other part of your pocket, I've done this 3.5, obviously again by 2.5, so it's the same size as that because that will fold round onto there. On this top edge here, I would just like to say you might want to make it a couple of millimetres smaller, so when you fold it over onto that bit, this top flap is not going to get in the way and you won't have troubles trying to fold it all up. I don't have a circular punch, so I just came in 1/2 inch off of each edge here, drew round one of these tiny little bead pots. I just put that onto there, drew round it and then cut it out with my scissors. And then this top flap here is 1.5 inches in depth. Obviously it's the same width, so it's 2.5 by 1.5. It is that large. You might not want to make it that large yourself, but the reason I've done it that large, the flap, is so it will come just over the top there and then it can be stuck down in the pockets. So once you have that, draw around that onto the paper that you require, which I have done already. So this is the template drawn out onto the paper and I've cut round it. And then obviously what you want to do, I'll bring this bit back quickly, is you want to score along these lines here so you can fold it nicely. Okay, so once that's done, you can fold it gently. Let me just try and move this camera down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. There we go. I hope you can see that okay. So once you've scored along your edges, then you're going to want to fold it. Obviously making sure that your lines meet nicely. You can get your little bone folder if you'd like to make them a bit more sturdy. You're just going to fold in all your lines like so. Just make sure that meets up nicely. And as you can see, where I've cut mine, it's only a millimetre shorter than that bit, but that's so the top can fold over and you don't have any problems folding that bit. So once you've done that, you'll then need to take either your tacky glue or your double-sided tape, whichever you prefer to use, and then you're just going to fold in these edges. Just simply, look, now my glue doesn't want to come out. Bear with me 2 seconds. Oh, there we go. Alright, so you just want to place a tiny little bit of glue along each of these flaps. This glue is being a pain, it's because it's running out and I have to keep it upside down. Just holding them 2 flaps either side, and then take the top over and stick that down on either side there, and just give them a burnish so they stick nicely on there, like so. Okay, and then there you have it. There's your little pocket, and that will fit nice and snug into your pocket letters, into your plastic sleeve. With this flap on the top, all I do is take a decorative corner punch and just punch the corners out. 1, 2, there we go. So it's just a little bit more decorative on the corners there. And then, as I said, that pocket is now, that flap is now deep enough so you can put one of your little sticky dots on there, or whatever you wish to, really, and then that will stick down nicely on there. And then you also have your base to put your embellishments and things on the top in your pockets, already done for you. So that's that. I was just going to share with you quickly how I kind of decorate one of my pockets. I already have all these cut out and prepared. I do have 2 pockets I need to make. So as you can see, I have all my pockets here ready to go. So that's them. This one I am actually going to be doing vintagey. So I just got this gorgeous little vintage image that I found. I actually found these on Google. If you go into Google Images and type in vintage free downloads, and there are hundreds on there, so you don't have to go on Etsy, you don't have to spend lots of money on these pictures, ladies. You can get them free on Google, Pinterest, etc. And then all I'm going to do with this is take my little edger here, and then just carefully, I am having trouble at the moment trying to hold things with this gammy hand. God, you wouldn't believe how much it is actually doing my head in. I can't grip things properly so as you can see, I am having immense trouble with this. But still, we need to do these things, carry on as we do. Alright, so just distress around the edges here. You can stain around the edges first of your pictures, entirely up to you, but this is just preferable. I like to leave a little white edge around the edge of my pictures so I can do this. Just for a little bit more detail, really. Flick the little bits off. So that's that done. And then again, let's take a tiny little bit of glue. Don't put too much on these because you don't want all your paper to go soggy, obviously. And then making sure my pocket is up the right way, and centralise that on there. Just give that a little push down. Make sure it's stuck, it's not coming out. See? And then you have your background already done, ready to put your pictures on, your embellishments, etc. So that's that. let's just move these bits out of the way. Don't want them getting in the way. And then I've cut out one of these little flourishes, which I'm going to be using on here. And it's just a matter of placing bits where you would like them, really. To me, that's a bit too big, so I'm going to take my little scissors and I'm actually going to separate these two bits, that one there and that one there. Keep that to one side because that might be handy later. And then I'm just going to dab a tiny bit of glue on the back of this on there. I use that to go on there. And then this one, put the lid back on there because that keeps coming out on its own. And then put this tiny one in the corner there. That like that. And then all I'm going to do quickly is I've punched out some flowers. I have this X-Cut medium flower die, and I have again the X-Cut, which is a tiny little daisy flower. So just making me flowers quickly to go on. Bear with me a second, ladies. So that's one. I've just used, obviously for the base of the flower underneath, I've just used card in coordinating colour of the paper that I've used to do the pocket itself. Do these very quickly. Obviously these are only tiny little pockets. You don't even have to make these kind of three-dimensional, if you like, because they will lay flat. I just like to do this obviously with mine because it gives them a little bit more detail, makes them a bit more prettier, I do think. So that's them ones, and then these tiny little ones here, if you can see these, I'll just move them around and just literally give them a little squiggle in the middle, like so, just like that, and then bring back in my pocket. Decide where I want a flower, so I'm going to put one there. Yep. Just use that to stick that in there. And second one, I'll place on the top. Just give that a little push on there. And then I think we'll do another one just there next to it. A little tap down there. That one. Place that one on there. This glue is going absolutely everywhere and it's driving me mad. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds, ladies. Just let me grab a baby wipe. There we go. No. Clean the tip of my glue, going everywhere. Leave that on there for a second. And then obviously I'm just going to decide where I want to put these other flowers. So I have 6, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And then using a little pair of tweezers, I will just place them onto there. Sorry, I hope you can see this. I know my hand is that way, but I'm not left-handed, I'm afraid, so we'll have to do this round this way. And then just give them a little tap down, make sure they're in place, like so. And then using, so there you have that. And then using my tiny little beads, just put a few in there, and I'll go back over again with glue. So hard to do, tiny little dobs of glue when your glue just wants to pour out everywhere, but it will dry, and it will dry clear, so not to worry too much. And then taking these tiny little 3mm flat backs, I just place them in the centres of the tiny little flowers, like so. And then the bigger one there, the bigger flowers, I will just use a couple of the larger ones, like so. Oh. And then just place them in the centres of the larger flowers, like that. Just make sure they're pushed in properly, and arrange it how you would like it to be. And there we go, ladies, beautiful little pocket ready to go, and that hasn't taken too long at all. If you have all your stuff cut out ready for you, ready to go like I do, I punch out loads of flowers, butterflies, etc. So it only takes a few minutes to actually put the pockets together. But there you go. I know it doesn't look too great, obviously, because my glue is going mad at the moment, but that will dry and you won't notice that. So there we have it, gorgeous little vintage pocket, and you can put your bits in the back there and they will stay safe in your pockets, in your plastic pockets, and it's not going anywhere. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that, ladies. Please leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and love to you all. Mwah. And I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.